In this video, I'm going to be going over why you'll never receive what you want if you're doing this one common thing that most people do. I'm going to explain what that is and what you can do instead so that you can start receiving what you want. That's coming up next. Guys, before we begin, I want you to put in the comments, I am appreciative for all of the success I have in my life. Again, we do this so that you take some type of action instead of just watching this passively, and also it helps rewire your brain in a way that's going to serve you, giving you a belief system to work with that'll serve you. So put that down in the comments. It's very powerful to continually do this. Hi guys, my name is Dave, and this is HeartSpace, where we are creating videos every single day to help you live life more in your way, in the way that you want, in a freeing way, in a way where you're doing the things you want, where you're moving more from your heart and passion. So if that sounds good to you and you want more videos that are going to teach you to do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button and bell icon, because you won't get our videos from YouTube if you don't. So make sure you do that. Now again, today I want to go over why it is you're probably not receiving the things you want in life. You know, you might be familiar with the law of attraction, the law of vibration. You might be familiar that you have the ability to manifest. You might just be starting out in all this information and just want some more info on how to do all of this. But there is one big reason why so many people don't get the things they want. They start applying the law of attraction, or they think they're applying it. In reality, you're always applying it, but they think they're doing it in a way that's going to bring them what they want. But then they're still doing this one thing that is completely just rendering the whole process useless, or causing problems in the process, to where they are actually attracting the things that they say they want to attract, in the sense that they are attracting the things they don't want. And what I mean is, if you are doing this one thing, you are actually communicating something much different to the universe than you think you are. And so you're always getting like energy back. You're always getting back to you the energy you're transmitting out into the universe. But if you're doing this one thing, you're transmitting an energy you're not even aware of. And so the one thing that is really going to prevent any success, any of the things you want coming into your life from coming in, is very simply the energy of chasing. You see, a lot of people think that when they need something, they have to make it incredibly important. They have to chase it. They have to run after it. They have to grind. They have to hustle. You know, when you think of hustle, you think of someone hustling, right? Running after something. You have to chase that thing. You have to chase money and love and relationships and that house you want and all the material things you can possibly imagine, the car, whatever it is, the designer clothes, the Gucci, I don't know. I don't really do those things, so I don't know what they are. But the point is, you're chasing these things. Now, let's take a look at the word chase, because there's something that has to be implied. There is something that has to come by law with the word chase for the word chase to be applied and actually be accurate. And chasing implies something is running away. So when you're chasing money, it implies energetically that money is running away. And if it's running away, you might be able to catch a little bit of it, but you're not going to get that much. If you are chasing love, you are chasing a relationship, what does it imply? It implies all of those potential partners are running away. If you are chasing that home, it is implying the home is running away. It's going to go to someone else who is not chasing, so forth, and so on and so forth. You can insert anything there. Because guys, let's break down the energy of chasing. Chasing is a desperate energy. Why do you feel the need to chase after something? Because you're afraid that if you don't, it's going to be out of sight. You're afraid if you don't, you're never going to be able to get it. So you feel like you have to do something, and that thing is to just start chasing. It's to chase that goal. It's to chase that person. It's to chase that money, whatever it is. And chasing is actually an energy of desperation. And I can give you an example of this for you ladies out there, or for you guys, because this happens to guys too. If you've ever had someone who was interested in you, and you were very aware they were interested in you, but they were chasing you, they were overbearing, they were desperate to get you, to go out with you, to take you on a date, whatever it is. Was that energy appealing, or was it repellent? Was it repelling? Did the energy of the guy who persisted in not in a good way, but persisted in just wanting to get you to do something you just didn't want to do, like go out with him or whatever it is, texting you all the time or messaging you, was that something that made it more likely that you would go on the date, give this person a chance? Or was it something that was way less likely, or more likely to make you be like, I don't want anything to do with this person? Is this something that made you feel like kind of crappy on the inside, a pit in your stomach? You're like, I don't want to be mean, but I don't really want to do this, and I hate this obligation I feel, all this? Or was it something that made you like, oh, this is freeing and fun, I feel like it's fine? It's usually when someone comes from that energy and you're on the other side, it doesn't make you feel good, right? And the thing is, most people will admit they don't like it when someone else is doing that to them. So maybe it's someone who wants to be your friend, someone who wants to go out with you, someone who's interested in you, but you're just not interested in them. When they start chasing you and they come from this desperate energy of like, I need you, I'm in love with you, I'm blah, 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 but you're not reciprocating those feelings, it doesn't feel good to you. Well, how do you think it feels, and we can personify these things, how do you think it feels to money when you're desperate and chasing it? It feels the same way. And in the same way that you would be repelled from the person that's doing that to you, money starts becoming repelled. The home you want becomes repelled. I said the person, again, will be repelled. Because when you're chasing something, again, it implies the thing you're chasing is running away. You're not attracting things to you. You think of the word attract, law of attraction, not law of repelling shit away from you, law of attraction, not law of running away. And so the law of attraction uses these universal principles to allow things to come into your life and into you for you to be able to open up to receiving so that you can allow those things in. And the thing, guys, we are always attracting something. So even when you are repelling people, you're attracting something. You are attracting desperation energy, but desperation energy is on a totally different wavelength than someone who isn't in that energy. And so if you're a desperate person, if you're chasing something like money or another person, if they're not also on that wavelength, you're not going to receive it. And so you might get some kind of money because there is money on the wavelength of desperation, but it's not much. Right? You might get some kind of person, but it's not most likely going to be a well-developed person, someone who's spiritually developed, who can take care of themselves, who isn't codependent. There's a reason why codependent people find each other, because they're on that desperate wavelength. And so if you're desperate and you continually try and get into a relationship or something like that from that energy, you have to, by law, attract someone else who is also desperate. And I don't know about you, but that for me does not seem like a good foundation for a relationship. I don't know about you, but that does not seem like a good foundation for earning money, for getting the things that you want. And so by chasing the things that you want, you push them away. So now we know why you're not getting the things you want. So how do you start getting the things you want? And this is something I learned from one of my mentors, and he's, again, I go over him a lot, Peter Sage, one of the most successful people I know in the terms of every area of his life is taken care of. He's a happy guy, he's positive, he is just helping the world in so many different ways. And what he likes to say, and I've applied this into my own life and I've seen it working, so I'm going to give it to you, is if you want more of something in your life, it's going to seem counterintuitive, but stick with it here, lower the importance of that thing. If you want something in your life, lower the importance of that thing. Because what happens when you make something so incredibly important? Again, we're now teetering on the energy, the level of desperation. When I go, this thing is so important, I'm going to die if this thing doesn't come into my life. I need this thing. I can't go on. Everything's not going to be cool if I don't get this thing. If I don't get the money, I'm not going to be okay. If I don't get this person, I don't know how I'm going to go on. That's desperation. When you make something important, overly important, you're coming from a desperation energy. And again, you are only going to be able to get things of desperation. That's why people who are living lives of silent desperation or openly are desperate attract desperate things. They seem to always be having trouble. They always seem to be in a rut. They just seem to not be able to get out of it because they keep trying to use the external world to get out of it. They keep thinking like, if I need the money, I need the person, then I'll get out of it. And then they might get a little bit of that thing when they don't get out of it because their energy hasn't shifted. They still are coming from an energy of desperation. And so the biggest and best way to stop the chasing mentality is to take the importance off of the thing. And that might seem counterintuitive. Well, if I take the importance off money, how am I going to earn money? But how well has putting importance on money worked for you? How well has being desperate about money worked for you? Probably not so well. So there has to be another way. And I'm telling you, if you lower your importance, you can find other things in your life to be appreciative for, more money will come into your life. If you can find ways to be appreciative for the money that's already come into your life, it will increase. What you appreciate appreciates. I'll repeat that again because that is such a simple, elegant, amazing thing. That is a law. Again, by the way, what you appreciate appreciates. What you put your focus on grows. Energy flows where focus goes. And so if you want more money in your life, start appreciating the money you already have in your life. Every single day, get up and write down, I am so happy and grateful for the money in my life. I am so happy and grateful when I earned that money, blah, 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 at this date. I'm so happy and grateful that I know there are so many ideas within me that I can implement to bring more money into my life. And when you start doing that, what you appreciate appreciates. You are now on a different wavelength. You've taken yourself off of desperation, off of the chasing desperate energy and frequency of like, I don't have enough. How am I going to make money? These people have money and I don't. Desperate energy. And now you're suddenly like, oh, wait a second. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have enough money to eat food and to survive. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have enough money to be in this home. You know, some people don't have a home. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have enough money to live in the place that I live, to live in the neighborhood I live. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have enough money for fresh water. I'm so happy and grateful now for the money I earned in this month. Some money came in that I didn't appreciate. I'm so happy and grateful now for that quarter I found on the ground. And you start finding ways to appreciate instead of be desperate. Guys, so again, let's just break this down into very easy steps. First, stop chasing. Stop chasing anything. Because chasing, the action of chasing implies something's running away. You chase anything, it has to run. It has to run. Chasing is also another way of saying desperate. Desperation energy. And when you're coming from a level of desperation, you will attract other things of desperation. So you need to first shift your energy. So what energy should you come from? You come from gratitude. You come from appreciation. And really tattoo this on the inside of your eyelids. What you appreciate appreciates, which means more of. It appreciates. What you appreciate appreciates. And guess what? When you're putting your focus on desperation, what you appreciate appreciates. You're going to get more desperation. But when you put your focus on the things you do have, when you put your focus on the good in your life, guess what's going to appreciate? The good in your life. All right, guys, so those are the tools I'm going to give you today. So simple, such an energetic, simple, energetic, elegant shift. What you appreciate appreciates. Stop chasing. It's the biggest thing that holds most people back. They think that the law of attraction doesn't work or whatever because they think they're doing the things. But again, they're not. They're still chasing. But if you can get to a stage where you are lowering the importance of certain things, thus lowering the chasing, and you are increasing the appreciation you have for the things in your life, and you take corresponding action to that, you're going to see way more start to more effortlessly, without stress, come in. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this one. As always, I love you. Please apply these ideas. That's what's going to help. And I'll see you in the next video.